Eclipse 2019 shock forewarning. Blood lunar eclipse will spark great war in Middle East. A super blood moon eclipse this month will usher in a devastating conflict across the Middle East as Israel's enemies besiege the country on all sides. According to an ancient biblical prophecy, the lunar eclipse on the 21st of January, which will be seen in both North America and Europe, comes exactly 1 year after a super blue blood Wolf moon total eclipse occurred over the Middle East. The rare eclipse also falls on a key day in the Hebrew calendar, the Jewish holiday of Tu B'Shevat, or the New Year for trees. Pastor Mark Builds, founder of El Shaddai Ministries, believes this means the blood moon fulfills two prophecies, one from the book of Joel and one from the book of Zechariah in the Old Testament. The U.S. preacher said, Jewish law requires 2 witnesses in order for the judgment to be complete. It says in Genesis that the sun and moon are signs of the times, not just that the days, months, and years are passing, but they will signal when the times, the era, is changing. 2 blood moons, both on the same day of the Hebrew calendar, are witnessing that the judgment has been passed and great things are about to happen. Some observers believe a new great war, starting in the Middle East and involving Israel, is specifically predicted by the biblical prophecies. In the Hebrew Bible, lunar eclipses are considered a very bad omen for Israel and the chosen people of God. In its discussion of lunar and solar eclipses, Sukkah 29 of the Talmud describes stricken or eclipsed heavenly bodies as a dire warning sign for the world. This omen is due to Israel being spiritually represented by the moon and eclipses being evidence of God's wrath. If during the course of the lunar eclipse the moon appears to glow with red light, as it will during the upcoming blood moon, great wars will descend upon the world with Israel at the forefront of the conflict. The Talmud referenced the prophet Jeremiah, who said, "When Israel does the will of God, they have nothing to fear from all of this." Commentators have also linked the blood moon to the disastrous prophecy of Gog and Magog, which is believed to describe a war between Israel and its enemies. Gog and Magog are the presumed enemies of God and his followers, who in the revelation to John, are said to join forces with Satan in a conflict never before seen by mankind. The invading forces of evil will swarm Israel like a cloud covering the earth, and a great host of enemies will launch an attack on the holy city of Jerusalem. God himself will, in turn, rain fire from the skies as he strikes down the evil invaders. The Talmud's book of Ezekiel reads, "On that day, when Gog sets foot on the soil of Israel, declares the Lord God, my raging anger shall flare up, for I have decreed in my indignation and in my blazing wrath. On that day, a terrible earthquake shall befall the land of Israel. The fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the beasts of the field, all creeping things that move on the ground, and every human being on earth shall quake before me. Mountains shall be overthrown, cliffs shall topple, and every wall shall crumble to the ground. Pestilence, death, hailstones and sulfurous fire will cover the lands, and through these devastating miracles, God will manifest his holiness before the nations." According to space agency NASA, the full moon will spend a total of 1 hour and 2 minutes in blood moon totality, offering an incredibly mesmerizing light show. The one downside to the upcoming blood moon is it will be the last total lunar eclipse to appear over the Earth until the 26th of May, 2021. Maritime astronomer Bruce McClure of EarthSky.org said, "There will be a total of 4 lunar eclipses in the year 2020, the 10th of January, the 5th of June, the 5th of July and November 30, 2020, but all these lunar eclipses will be hard to see penumbral eclipses."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.